friend who's in the landscaping industry, lives there, works there. So I met him at lunch, just talked to him. He works for a company much different than ours. They are probably 20 plus million a year, and they're at the size where they'll buy competitors in their market, and they do like I don't know if y'all been to Charlotte, but it's a pretty big city. It's a bunch of apartment complexes, big buildings, stuff like that. So they'll be working on the third story of a building, like bringing trees to the top of it, planting them up there and stuff like that. The truck was great, drove back just fine. And then last week, some of the things me and Brian were doing, you guys know Brian loves a whiteboard. I'm starting to get pretty fond of them myself. Whenever you think about stuff, it's a lot easier to see it. It's a lot easier to see it and poke holes, meaning what should we do, what should we not do, when you can visualize it. And just like every whiteboard plan, it starts off this big, and then you try and condense it down as far as what we're gonna spend and stuff like that. At one point, I think we were planning on buying 3 trucks, and that was before P3 blew up.
Yeah.
So then we were like, oh crap, is that 4 trucks? But we had our franchise call last week. P3 blew up, and I'm pretty sure the dust has settled, and we've made a decision. We're only going to buy 2 trucks for next year. And don't forget, we have 1 truck going to North Augusta most likely Monday through Friday. We hadn't decided yet if that truck is going to do anything in Augusta. Most likely not. But we're going to have the same amount of trucks next year as we did this year. For me, that's going to be pretty different because every year we bought at least, what do you think, probably 2 trucks?
Yeah.
And we were going to do it again. And me and Brian were talking. We had our franchise call. The dust settled, I said, and we actually decided we're going to have the same amount of trucks this year or next year as we did this year.
Yeah, this will be if you listen to Mike and he's talking about the phases of growth, and it goes up and down, but you grow, and when you're growing, it's sucking cash, so you're not quite as profitable. Once you decide to not grow, which is very hard for me. It'd be easier for me to grow to 6 feet than me not to add a couple $100,000 a year in revenue. But we've made that decision, and now I'm just gonna work on my height. But yeah, this will be the year that we turn the profit knob completely on, and we've got growth projections. Did you want me to go over this?
Yeah. I mean, okay. I didn't. Yeah,
sure.
Usually Friday I plan to kind of wrap my head around the meeting, and I was driving all day, so I didn't.
Okay.
Nor did I have this, stuff, my computer even in front of me.
Well, sure. You just move your mouth, and I'll do my voice. And that way it looks like you're talking.
Oh, point.
All right. So.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing. We're gonna be putting this in effect, capacity-based growth.
And that's a really good, and that's for every single business out there. It could be pressure washing, it could be production line, retail, anything. Everything has a capacity. And what I was just telling you, you profit when you reach your capacity and then decide not to grow anymore. So that's the knob we're clicking on for 2023. And so that outlines our capacity. We are going to, and another thing, if you notice on the board, we were talking about, all right, we're going to focus on growing Hepzibah. Well, that was taking our resources and just spreading it way too thin as far as focusing on growing that. What we need to do is focus on our 2 main things. If you focus on too many things, you get stretched really thin, and those objectives don't get accomplished either. So we're focusing on Augusta. That's the main hub, and we're focusing on, and Augusta is just basically doing exactly what it did this year, next year. And then North Augusta, we had about a little under $100,000 in revenue this year, and the goal will be to max out its capacity with 1 truck. which is 200,000. So that's Matthew going over there and then filling up to the point where he needs another team member, and then him and that other team member filling up to maximum capacity. So if you look over there, with Augusta, we'll have 7 trucks and capacity. We can put 2 team members in each truck, so that's full capacity. And then down at the bottom, you'll take the 14 team members. That's the max capacity.
I'm still not sure.
Yeah, me either, Siri.
This is where he's at, right here.
Yep. You'll take the 14 team members, you'll multiply it by 30 budgeted hours. That's what we account for each team member. Times 4 weeks, and then times it by the 8 busiest months out of the year. And so that builds in a little bit of conservatism with the numbers, and that's at $80 per labor hour. So if you do that, you get just over $1 million, and you still got 4 months out of the year. So I was like, all right, well, we'll easily be able to hit another $125,000. So the revenue goal, we put it at 1.2 million. Just to let you know, we'll do about 1.3 this year total. So really, it's really about doing the exact same thing. Just now we've got that profit knob turned on.
Yeah, we've actually I saw the look on Brian's face when I was like, I think we had talked to Lee, was it Wednesday, and then Thursday, we had pretty much decided like, well, we're not going to grow, and that's the first time ever we've not done that, or first time ever we've done that. And I told Brian, I was like, man, we can even cut off marketing at a certain point, because he's never not spent that's how you get customers, that's how you grow. So I'm really interested to see how close to this goal that we hit, because we've never had a year where we cut off leads, we cut off marketing, and we say, hey, we've got all our customers for the year, and we're not adding any more.
Well, at that point, we would also, there's a second phase to that.
Another truck, possibly.
No, we increase prices first.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So we get to capacity, we got people knocking on our door. We say, okay, and it's peak season. People that need their grass mowed are gonna get their grass mowed and not gonna be able to find another supplier. And so we say, well, we can't take on any more customers. That's when you also, the second phase of you increase your prices. Because at that point, there's no point in not increasing your prices. You're not gonna drop a whole lot of customers. You're gonna increase your profit even more. So that's what we'll do with Augusta. And so you'll see 2 different models kind of. And then if we hit 15% profit, we're gonna project $180,000 in profit from Augusta. And then you've got the North Augusta. What they need to do is get to their capacity. And so he'll be growing as far as people. The assets are already there as far as the trucks and everything. Not much is gonna need to be bought. But just because it is, it's more new. It's not like we're not growing at all. Plus the location will be paying, fair market value for those assets. So they are purchasing their assets. So a little bit less profit, but we're still going to shoot for a 10% profit, making it the $200,000 in profit as the goal. And the reason why we have to be profitable in order for this big goal to happen, us to produce 2 new locations a year, is we need the liquid cash to form those locations. How we're gonna do it from now on is 2 trucks per location, just like Mike does, and that gives the most ability to grow from 0 to 500,000 the fastest. So what we'll need is approximately $90,000, in between 75 and 90,000 per location. So if we just account for 90, how we're gonna do that is we're gonna take on a 50% debt leverage. So for one location, it's $45,000 in our cash, $45,000 in bank financed. So we do 2, that's $90,000. And so 90 will come out.
What were you saying, Gabe? You had a question or?
About the capacity-based growth, is that just for the year to try and maximize the amount of profit you can until next year, or is that like, are we as big as you're trying to make this
location?
particular location?
No, this location will grow at a clip of it still has to be moderate unless we decide we're not gonna add, or for instance, if we didn't add 2 locations, we added 1, we could take that $45,000 that we were going to spend and purchase 2 trucks and say, okay, we're going to grow by about $200,000 this year. But no, we do plan to incrementally grow after this, but there may be years where like, yep, no growth at all for this location, because it's the profit center that provides the growth opportunities.
Right, okay,
So,
thank you.
yeah.
Yeah, we'll have, also, when you lay all this out, we really wanted some ramp rack trucks, but we have P1, pulls a dump trailer, that's what it'll do next year. P4, pulls an open trailer. P5, I put an enclosed trailer, doesn't mean that's exactly what's gonna happen. P6, North Augusta, enclosed trailer. P8, pulls a ramp rack. P9, pulls an open trailer. P10, which you can consider that Chevy out there pulling an open trailer. And so when you do all that, we originally wanted the 2 trucks that we added, or 3 trucks, to be ramp racks, but it doesn't make sense to do a ramp rack because we have so many trailers. And if we bought a ramp rack truck and it goes down, there, if a trailer truck goes down, it's better off that we have trucks and trailers than a ramp rack truck, which you can't do anything with. So, yep, no more ramp racks either. We're gonna be buying 1 trailer.
You gonna sell P8?
No,
We're going to sell P7.
P7.
Are you still keeping the?
Yeah, we're keeping the ramp rack trucks. We're not adding any because we have so many trailers. And unless we decided to take a bunch of this and do away with all the trailers and do all ramp racks, there's no point in adding any ramp racks right now.
Are you still adding racks for the tools?
Yes.
Yes.
Like the gas?
Yeah.
Definitely doing that.
And if y'all want to take pictures of this and this, and ask questions about it at our meeting, next Tuesday we'll meet. We'll have the day of our Christmas party. We'll meet in lunchtime. We'll go over a little bit more in depth what we're doing, and we'll go over where we've been as far as the profit and loss up until this point. And if you'll want to think about it, ask questions, please do so, because that could just help us out. And if you have any questions, I definitely want them answered. So, what was I looking at?
We were talking about trucks and
I
trailers,
lost it.
ramp racks.
I forget what it was now. But this tells you like the purchase plans over here. I've lost it, completely lost it. We came over here to do something and it's gone. Damn.
February through May.
Take a picture.
15K.
You started and then you want to take.
Yeah, if y'all do want to take a picture so y'all can look at it, and then when we're going over stuff on Tuesday, y'all can ask questions. I already have questions. That might have been what I had.
Yeah, Bailey, Mike does at all his new locations, $5,000 March, April, May, a month in marketing. So that way you get
a boost.
Yeah, get your name out there right as, of course, a lot of people, March, April, May is when they start their marketing. It's when people start thinking the sun's out longer, it's warmer. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, you want to capitalize. You want to spend all your marketing dollars. It's a little bit, as far as the logic on it, what you would naturally think about is like naturally you're like, oh man, I'm not getting any leads. I need to spend money on marketing. But that's when you're like right now, any marketing dollars, you're probably paying 3 times the cost of the lead, just because you only market to a pool of hungry fish. People are hungry for mowing when they need their lawn mowed.
Right.
They don't want to hear about it right now. They don't even
want winter service.
They don't even want winter services. Yeah, so that's why March, April, May you deploy all your capital. There's a couple of reasons. Number one, the leads are cheap, but number two, you can grow to capacity much quicker and then turn it off. and that way you've already got the growth early on in the year, so you can get all that revenue. So you got a bunch of months ahead.
Another thing, if you guys hadn't heard it directly from me, we'll talk about it in the meeting. We're planning on spending this, but Darcel told us we have to spend at least 50,000,
Yeah.
to avoid paying any taxes. So
Or to avoid paying extremely high taxes.
extremely high taxes. So you could say, yeah, we profited this year. Are we going to pay taxes on that money and just give it to the government, or do we know that need trucks? Do we know that we have a new location we're starting? So that's where a lot of businesses do this. You take your profits, reinvest them back into the business. You get what you need for the business, and you minimize your tax burden.
I have a question. How does that affect, like, that number right there, how does that affect our, end of the year, like?
It's coming straight out of the bank account. But, we need, the profits.
The fourth quarter. Yeah,
Yeah,
very
go
good.
ahead.
Very good question. So, a lot of that, as far as the future growth of it, that portion, is going to be taken out of the expenses, so that it's not in there whenever we do the profit. You know what I'm saying? So I'll do the profit and loss, and then I'll
like
add back.
That truck we just bought.
A lot of those
won't
expenses.
be in there. The $7,000 that we took out for that truck, it won't be in there because it's not, if you're in line for profit sharing, you've made all the necessary changes. Yeah, it'd be a bummer that all these purchases affected that, but it's not going to. Yeah.
Now, these purchases will. It'll be all the future growth purchases, the trucks, the equipment, the franchise fee for North Augusta, things like that will not be included. But then, and if anybody, as far as like end of the year purchases, I've got a landscape job that's being done at my house. That was planned before the beginning of this year that we were going to get done. This kind of adds a good segue. And so, and I've talked to some of y'all about this, and I honestly, my goal is one of the things that's going to help is with sitting down monthly, talking about y'all's goals, because I really do care about it. But as far as my approachability on any topic, I'm really trying to work on it, and I want y'all to feel more comfortable with me, asking tough questions, and I'm literally trying to change my face so I don't look as discerning and as mean. So, because I'm not. If anyone's ever sat down and talked with me, I'm typically not mean. So,
I'll ask the question, why are we landscaping your yard?
all right, cool. Glad somebody asked it, or somebody was thinking. So, we are landscaping my yard. If you look up there, Fine Lines Landscaping, that got started out of my backyard and my garage. No damages were done to my garage, I don't know. So, but my backyard used to have beautiful zoysia, used to have a nice fence with gate, and because we started in my backyard, we put a construction road in. There's no grass, and there's very large section of fence missing. So I felt that it was only right for me to be made whole again, since we started the business there. It'd be kind of like, if one of y'all allowed us to start in y'all's backyard, I jacked it up, and then we just left. And I was like, all right, well, appreciate it. But anyways, that's as far as my logic, but of course, it's me, so I've got my own biases. And like I said, I do want to be more approachable, and I want y'all to ask me questions that are hard and tough. Like I'm not going to yell at anybody, not going to try to make you look stupid, and I do want those tough questions. Or opinions. Like if somebody had an opposing opinion, they're like, I don't feel that the company should pay for your backyard landscape. I'll hear the thoughts. I definitely want to hear it.
Yeah, I'm still doing that shit.
It's still gonna happen. I mean, I made the decision, but I definitely sometimes just being heard, and listened to, not just letting you talk, but actually listening to it. If you got good points, sure. Yeah, definitely bring it to the attention.
Are we still trying to go there this week? to your house.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
I was flicking the boost trap.
I was gonna talk to you about that this morning. I guess it just depends on the schedule and what's available. But yeah,
I'll do the schedule to get us all there Friday. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that. There's work that can be done. It needs to be graded, fine tuned.
Are we
But,
using any machines?
Yes.
Skid steers or?
Yeah,
I worked there back there.
MT.
Last time I was there.
Yeah, it got graded. My buddy Justin helped me out. His machine actually caught fire, so he's used to like a big John Deere, the mulch head, and like very large equipment and nice. So he wasn't really quite used to the Takeuchi, and it was kind of janky. And
He's got John Deere.
yeah,
I thought he had.
yeah, he's got a deer, big one. And so he helped me out, and so the road's gone. We hit the road, we buried that hole, went a different direction with the fire pit idea. We're just gonna put a bunch of pea gravel down, but we are gonna do like a little base, paver base, and we'll do a kit fire pit. Just one that you buy at like Site One or something, that comes with the metal insert
Mhm.
and the blocks that go around it.
Okay.
Um,
Like in the ground?
above or
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Just put some
paver base.
fine
through.
rock down and should put it on that.
Yeah, just kind of tamp it down, put it on it. But that's what we're, So yeah, we can do that. Shoot, we could even, if the grading could get done, we could even put sod down.
Oh, okay.
Depends on, but yeah, we can, Jeremy and I will check out the schedule. And is there anybody that does, like, would enjoy that kind of thing and that would want to be there?
I wanna learn how to do sod.
You don't know.
So I can do my yard.
That's the point. I like sod.
Yeah, I'll go.
Okay. Sweet. I don't want to send anybody that doesn't want to go. That would be a miserable feel.
Definitely something I wanna learn
gonna
since
be
we started
miserable.
doing
Well, if you, no, I'm saying,
Yeah.
if you don't want to go, don't go. That's what I'm saying. Like, this is like something that I would take a volunteer for.
I thought we were all going there, Friday. Yeah, that's what I thought we were.
Is that what you're saying, Jeremy?
Yeah,
Okay.
every single person in the room.
Oh, well, sorry, no volunteers.
Everybody's going?
We'll find something for you to do.
it. Dinner on Brian?
Yeah, I can cook. I got 2 girls. We can hook it up.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
It's a big flat.
Get the hot dogs.
Hey, you better watch out. That shit coming out the bonus.
We'll get the hot dogs for those of y'all that.
I'll be on the grill.
Yeah, hot dog,
Y'all
man.
take care of
Hot
the
dogs
steaks.
for the ones that don't really want to work, and then the steaks will be for the ones that do the
Yeah.
most amount of work.
Right.
I did.
You a little boy, you gonna get glizzy. That boy is like
Costco went yesterday, they sell beef tenderloin.
Yeah.
It's USDA Prime.
This is trouble.
It's $148 for 4 pounds.
Oh wow.
He denied it. How are you?
That's crazy.
What was that? Some
Yeah,
wild-
you weird, dude.
Just high quality beef.
So yeah, does anybody have any questions about the Christmas party day?
Second
It's next Tuesday?
It's this Tuesday. Yep.
Are we
Not-
gonna be
next-
off?
I guess they consider it different because it does say the
I
highest
thought Jeremy
quality
said we were gonna be off.
beef.
But that was
Yes,
just,
yeah,
that was just
it's in
cause
its
it
own
starts at
category.
12 or
What's
something.
that, Jeremy?
But,
Are we
Could
off
we work-
Tuesday?
Yeah.
Could we work until 11?
Are we gonna get paid?
Yeah, I figured it was only right that we pay y'all.
Yeah, that's
for
fine.
telling y'all you're not working, so.
Yeah, because I was just gonna ask that question because of the parties in the week when everyone will be working and you guys take that day to at the party.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of leading up to the Christmas. Everyone wants to make sure.
Yeah, everyone wants to make money.
Own the money, yeah.
Yeah, if you had paid that.
Yeah.
Money.
Yep. That sounds good.
Aren't you guys nice?
But yeah, does anyone have any questions about the gift, the white elephant game?
No, I did what I did. I asked Jeremy.
20 to
20
20
to
to 30,
30.
that range. Yeah.
I've been plotting.
If you're bringing a +1, bring a gift for them or take them with you to purchase the gift.
Oh, I
If they wanna play the game.
If y'all weren't in here for this, we were talking about it last week. If y'all are bringing a woman, try to get her to bring a woman a gift, you know, because we got other people bringing their
Yeah.
girlfriends and stuff. I'm sure